And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to being your consumer advocate. It's all about helping you understand your buying decisions, making you just a bit more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage with you so we can help you win in any marketplace. And when we say any marketplace, we're talking about 80 different categories of consumer advocate content and advice, expert contributors that we bring on the show to help you make you just a bit more street smart. Here is what we're going to do. Save your hotline number in the phone, 813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline. We had an uptick in calls lately, more and more people tuning in and reaching out for our introductions to 80 plus show partners. Reach out at 813-670-7372 and make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. And we've got CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, all types of home specialist services, self-defense experts, lots of ways we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we've got a great lineup for you today as well. We're going via Zoom to Mr. Ray Hall, Ray Hall Appraisals. Welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show.
Thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. And thanks for accommodating. I've got my kids at home, so as many houses I have to be in a day, it's nice to just be able to play it safe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially with the kids around.
Yeah, exactly. So you got some homeschooling going on. You got appraisals via, how we'll dive deeper in it, how we're going to be appraising properties in the real estate space. But we've heard from Diane Vance yesterday talking about some creative solutions that we're finding to get real estate deals done. So
yeah, that's the nice thing about real estate is you can buy it from your home. You can, you really don't need to be out there. So, I know we all want to play it safe so that we can, get through this and get on with our lives. But, I'm heading for a record month right now, so I'm definitely busy. So that's good.
I love it. Ray Hall Appraisals, rayhallappraisals.com. And in studio here, we've got to my right, we've got Travis McIntire, 3D Solar in the house. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here. It's a great time to be talking about solar.
Absolutely. Solar is a hot commodity, and it is a great opportunity to get off the grid, I guess technically you got to stay on the grid, but in a sense, you're able to eliminate your bills and to utilize that photovoltaic energy. I love that idea. 3D Solar. Fast 50, Tampa Bay Business Journal's Fast 50 as well, number 8 last year. So some good stuff to talk about with Travis McIntire as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And to my left, I've got Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp. Welcome in.
Man, glad to be here. Appreciate the platform, Brandon. It's a great opportunity. And what you do, reaching out to consumers, is what we try and do. Those consumers are our customers. We are Bottomzupp Floor Removal. We are licensed. We are insured. We are here for you. And yes, during this difficult time, which we'll touch on here shortly, we are still working. We're doing remodels, and we want to talk about that a little bit today.
Nice. All right, good. Some remodel stuff happening as well. So we got a great lineup for you here on the show. We also have a feel-good story about Elon Musk buying 1,255 ventilators from China, donates them to Los Angeles. So a feel-good story of the day coming at you as well. And I want to thank Golf Cart Depot. Give a big shout out to Golf Cart Depot and our friends over at Golf Cart Depot. They've got 2 locations here in Tampa Bay, one in Land O'Lakes and just on the north side of Land O'Lakes there off of 41. The other is in Clearwater, just on the east side of US 19. And they've got 2 great locations. They're actually delivering to you now. So if you want to buy, you got a pre-owned option or a brand new refurbished option as well. Golf Cart Depot. Say hello to Marty and his team, Clearwater and Land O'Lakes locations, and they will bring the golf cart to you, test drive it at your home. So they've got some specials going on right now, as well as the 2020 new Easy Go Valor gas is available as well. So Golf Cart Depot, friends of the program, and they've got special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show. I've got a hot listing here, 19206 US Highway 19. This is acting as a car dealership right now in Clearwater, but it's a corner lot, great investment opportunity here in Tampa Bay. It's a freestanding building on US 19. The building is currently leased by a reputable auto dealership with many locations across the Southeast. And we've got a great opportunity from a commercial side and also a residential property back on the market, 6919 Makers Way in Apollo Beach. This is a property that is back on the market due to the buyer's financing that fell out, and it's a great opportunity to own a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property here in Tampa Bay, Apollo Beach. Open floor plan, beautiful pool as well. I always joke about that, envious of that pool. When I was a kid, we had to drive 2 hours to get to Wet n Wild to find a pool like that. You got slides and great opportunity to own real estate. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPteam.kw.com. PlatinumMVPteam.kw.com for all of our real estate listings. All right, let's jump into it. So we got Ray Hall on the line. Ray Hall via Zoom here, calling in to the Consumer Quarterback Show. So yeah, how is the coronavirus affecting the appraisal industry, Ray?
Right now, like I said, this is as busy as I've ever been. So, in fact, I would say by tomorrow, I'll have broken my record for new orders.
Nice.
And, it could be a lot of people are just trying to get their refinance done before anything more serious happens. But, the year started strong for me as well. So it's really, it's still as is. We take precautions. When we go to someone's home, we ask if anybody's sick. You're always using your hand sanitizer going in and coming out.
Yep.
But really, it's great because there's no traffic, so it's a lot easier to get around. I've been enjoying that for sure. But so far, so good. And a lot of the other appraisers I talk to are in the same boat. They're just as busy. So kind of the cool thing about real estate, you can buy it from your house. As you know, in the MLS, you have all those interior photos, the videos, everything. So we're hoping for the best, and we hope we get through this and we keep going strong.
Yeah, we're talking with Ray Hall here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. He's the owner of Ray Hall Appraisals, longtime friend of the program here, residential real estate appraisals, commercial real estate appraisals as well. Very knowledgeable in the space. Also helps me on the listing side as a real estate agent, an owner of the Platinum MVP team. But when it comes to listing a property, there's many times I get Ray involved just to make sure we're appropriately pricing the property. It's very important going into the transaction to price the property properly. That way you have a smooth closing, a smooth transition when the buyer comes in and makes their offer. Now, Ray, what do you think in terms of long-term play? Hopefully this is a 6 to 8 week, maybe double that number in terms of a setback for our country and the world for that matter. What do you think is going to happen? Because we still have low inventory here in Tampa Bay. We've been fighting that uphill battle in terms of low inventory. But what do you think the impact is going to be this both short term and then potentially long term?
I think, let's say we get through this within 2 months and we're kind of back to normal. I don't think it's going to be a long-term impact on the real estate market as much because interest rates are so low.
Exactly.
They can't get any lower. That's why I think most people, and we're fortunate. We're in Florida, up north where everybody's really worried and kind of running for the hills. I'll admit it. I shouldn't have been out boating over the weekend, but I was. I was in a boat with a couple people.
Yep.
But we're still, a lot of the homes I go to, people are still feeling confident. They don't have that fear. So if this is a short-term setback, I don't think it's going to have a huge impact on the real estate industry just because we have so many other factors going in our favor. Interest rates, inventory. We're at the end of the year now where this is when people want to move. I don't think anybody, if somebody's moving down this spring because of a job opportunity, I don't think they're going to turn down that job now.
Right.
If you have a job, you want to hold on to it at this point. So right now we just need to hope that this is a short-term situation. We get through it, and I think we'll keep going strong. And there's still plenty of pending sales out there.
Yep.
There's still plenty of listings. and there's still plenty of people looking to buy. So, I'm trying to stay positive and hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got deals pending. We've got lots of buy side deals, listings that are pending. I did have a couple fall out, citing the coronavirus as one of the reasons why, potential job loss and things of that nature. But yeah, so I agree with you, 100%. We've got low inventory still. There are earnest buyers out there that have to move, want to move for whatever reason, and we're always going to have that influx of Northeast, Midwest, folks from other countries moving to Florida just because it is the lack of a state income tax. The affordability, the beautiful paradise that we do live in here. So I agree with you there, Ray. What else are you seeing in terms of real estate trends or anything that you might want to make our listeners aware of right now?
Not so much of a trend yet. You have to remember, real estate's kind of a slow mover because you could do, it's not like a stock where you can go on, click the button, and you buy and sell, and you can have a crash in a day.
Right.
It requires, contract times. It's just a much longer process, so it's kind of a lagging indicator in that respect. So I haven't seen anything where I'm calling declines in neighborhoods yet. It's still been staying mostly stable, but again, remember, a lot of real estate value is kind of based on what sold a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Right.
So unless you're basing your value on what's happened in the past 7 days, which is extremely difficult to do, because sometimes the information is just not available, it's hard to say what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And
we're going to know more probably in the next couple of weeks with regards to what's going on with those real estate values.
Yeah, and we're hearing rumors of a fighting, something to fight this virus coming out. They're doing studies and getting close to a solution for that in terms of a medical solution. But yeah, the thing is too, there's the economy out there. There's the economy between your own ears. Control what you can control. Focus on things that matter to you. Great time to knock out that honey-do list while a lot of people are stuck at home. Get those things done. Tighten up the home. That way, when it comes time to appraisal or inspections, you've got everything in place. So more from Ray Hall Appraisals here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Coming up, we've got Rick Nickerson as well from Bottomzupp, as well as Travis McIntire, 3D Solar in studio. And our feel-good story of the day about Elon Musk buying 1,255 ventilators from China, and he's going to donate those to Los Angeles. So stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show and check out consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
This is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it's Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with D'Angelo Star.
The 62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember it. Ask me about
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and made
entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay. Welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left-hand white, and then they catch the left-hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
as your super connector. We want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back the right. I've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step Image. I love that name because You were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, or investing. Of course, we would love to talk to you. We are buying properties cash as well. We have a program called Keller Offers, where we can make an instant offer, cash offer on your property within 24 to 48 hours. So we would love to talk to you in all capacities of real estate. And we are hiring other realtors now as well. So if you want to join a winning team, we would love to talk to you. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are a first-class organization. They did a great job. They've got flat rate pricing, either local or long-distance moves. Reach out to Brothers Easy Moving and let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. A couple of hot listings here in Tampa Bay, 260 Lyndhurst Street in Dunedin. This is close to the Fenway Hotel, so you can walk to dinner, walk for drinks over at the Fenway, and it's right at the end of the street as well. You've also got the intercoastal waterways there in beautiful Dunedin, one of the best cities in America here locally in Tampa Bay as well. So this 260 Lyndhurst Street property is it's an opportunity to have a main living area, but also a mother-in-law suite right above the garage, a courtyard, and a pool. Check out all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com. That's PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com. And we are back here in studio. Our goal is to help you as your consumer advocate here in Tampa Bay, and we do that by bringing in expert contributors. And today in studio, we've got two of the best. We also have Ray Hall on the phones as well, so more from Ray coming up in our lightning round. But let's go to Travis McIntire now. We want to talk about some of the renewable energies, some of the availability for photovoltaic energy to really help you in a lot of different ways, helping homeowners save money, save taxes, lots of ways you can help them, Travis.
Absolutely. One of the nice things that, especially at this time, everybody's home. So what a great opportunity to have something to do. Get your bill out. Most people haven't even looked at their electric bill since they bought their house. Get your bill out. Let's take a look at it. And give me a call, 727-408-2063. Let me look at it. We can do it over the phone. Don't have to come to your house. I can explain to you what kilowatt hours mean, why the charges are what they are, and that this bill in front of you is going to go up 4% every single year, and what to do about it. This is the perfect opportunity to figure out, is solar right for you? Of all the empty rooftops I've seen, there's a lot of opportunity for people to find out, is solar right for me? Now's the time to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also they are implementing, or I think that you mentioned before, they've already implemented peak surging. So meaning when everybody's getting ready in the morning, getting ready to go, well, normally go to school, go to work. Right now, we're in a weird situation with the virus. But, in the peak times when people come home from work, they're implementing these surcharges and these higher costs. Tell us about that as well.
The utility companies are only going to go up, and they have no choice. It's not that I don't want to villainize them because they're doing their job. They're a corporation. But with 900 people a day moving to Florida, they have to get money somewhere to build infrastructure to help these people, to build the power lines, to build new stations, substations. I mean, they have no choice. They have to pass this on to the consumer because they're not going to take it out of their profits. They're going to take it out of your pockets. And if you're listening to the show, you need to find out, is solar right for me? And there's no cost to find out. So now's the time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had David Ringo on the show. We've had, Travis in the past, and there's so many benefits, especially from a tax perspective as well. If you're a business owner or, W-2 even, there's ways that you can utilize the ability to add solar to your property, and the technology's come a long ways. The prices have gone down, so it's a great time to do that. And, the taxing side is another benefit as well.
26% tax credit. And I'm married went to an accountant. She was very concerned about the tax credit, and it does work. But I mean, one people have to understand, and it's really bad how some companies they don't explain it correct, and they try to take advantage of people through salesmanship, opposed through just common sense and education. But if you have to have taxable income in order to have a tax credit, if you're on Social Security, you're not going to qualify for a tax credit unless you transfer money from an investment, or if you use something from your 401k, you may qualify. But make sure that you talk to a professional from a company like 3D Solar that cares about more than your wallet and that wants to save you money and grow the business and help everybody.
Now, one of the things that we see happen in business is companies come along, kind of fly by night. They're offering great rates. They're undercutting their competitors, and this just happened within my neighborhood. I had a neighbor come up to me and say, "Hey, we had a solar company that was partially through the job. They went out of business. I know you have a radio show and you have a solar company associated with your radio show, and I think it was something like 293 homeowners that were partially through a install, and then the company filed bankruptcy."
Yes, and that's a black eye for the solar industry in general. One thing about working for David Ringo and a company like 3D Solar, we don't only represent just 3D, but the solar business. I talked to a customer today. It's funny you bring that up. Bob Partey, a retired law enforcement officer. He started off with a phone consultation, concerned about being in his house because he's just trusting the people. Of course, in law enforcement, he's seen a lot of people do a lot of bad things. So Bob called me this morning because he was excited because he got $7 back from FPL. He created so much electricity, and since he's had his system up and running, he has not had an electric bill over $12 yet. And to get a call from somebody like Bob, extremely conservative person, and almost gushing about how happy he was, and his neighbor had gone with somebody that was a little bit cheaper, and they were asking him about 3D Solar. He said, "Listen, 3D Solar's installation practices are fantastic. Look at my roof; it was installed perfectly." And when Bob sent me a picture of what the company did to his roof with conduit running all over it, and it looked like a third grader did it. It was embarrassing to the solar business.
Wow.
And that's one thing that 3D Solar stands out. When we come to your house and do it, we're going to do it right, because I want your referrals from left to right and across the street. And if you don't do it right, you're not going to see them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Travis McIntire, 3D Solar, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. 3-DSolar.com is the website as well. Local company, again, supporting the local economy. A lot of our expert contributors are, and there's some pretty cool features as well. Once you get an install done like we have, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, they're a first-class organization because they did our property as well. My wife and I have solar on our home. I think we have like 52 solar panels on top. Of course, you got to have that right exposure, that southwestern exposure. But we have an app as well. You can pull up on your app, and I know you can't really see it, but this is the style of today, is where you have an app. You're showing their production, the imported amount, and the app is pretty cool because it lets you know, like, hey, wow, this is actual legitimate savings that I'm seeing here.
It's great technology. Of course, I do know when you're calling me when you're watching your app too much, because I can tell when people are watching it on the hour, because it's normally about 2 to 4 hours behind. So, but it's nice to see people looking at their app. They're wanting to see if they're saving money, and the more money that they save, hopefully the more people they'll tell that this is a real thing, that solar is not a scam. People have no idea what it is about solar. Let's say this. If you had a $200 electric bill, right now we have some specials going on, so especially through this coronavirus, to help kick the economy and help some people out there. But if you have a $200 electric bill with no money down, for the first 18 months, you're going to have a bill of about $84 per month, and plus you're, say, a $10 to $15 connection fee to the utility. Then if you use your tax credit and use it properly, your bill will stay at $142 a month, which is $58 a month savings, which puts $700 $700 of money back in your pocket per year, and that's in year 1 to year 2. And with a 5% average inflation, you'll save over $10,000 over 10 years.
Yeah, it really is a no-brainer when you think about adding solar. It's an ability to save money on a monthly basis, and then after 6, 8 years, 10 years roughly, depending on how aggressively you pay it down, now that payment is gone. So talk about that.
That is so true. There is all you have at the end of the year when you pay Duke, TECO, or FBL is a pile of receipts. You have nothing but receipts because you're not doing anything but paying somebody. You're renting your electricity. When you have solar and you own your system with the average payoff of 10.8 years on a cash system, you have no more payment. You have a $10 electric bill. That's it. And all the other money goes back in your pocket. You can do whatever you want with it.
Now, do we still have Ray Hall here via Zoom? I wanted to ask Ray a question if we have him via Zoom here about the value of property. So when you look at solar as a value proposition from a real estate perspective, I love the idea. I've sold properties that have solar. More and more people are driving their cars that they can charge in their garage with solar. But Ray, would you weigh in a little bit about solar and what you're seeing in terms of real estate values with that?
It all depends on the neighborhood I'm going into and the size of the house too. That plays a big part into it. I think the only times where I've had trouble with values is when it's an incredibly small home or a manufactured home, where the energy costs weren't that high in the first place. It was difficult. Plus, not even so much that there was no value, but there wasn't enough information out there for me to support the value. Now, I know in my own neighborhood, I've appraised homes with solar, and it was a pretty sizable adjustment that I had to put on there because I was able to find similar homes that had the solar panels, and they sold a lot higher than some of the other ones. So, it's like anything, like I always say, go into it, but just know what the market's doing. And unfortunately with solar in some areas, you're the first person, and it's hard when you're the first guy on the block to have that new feature. But in a lot of these established neighborhoods, with that, have reasonable income and good sized houses, absolutely. I've seen some definite positive things to the value.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So that's Ray Hall chiming in about value of solar. And so not only are you going to have all the benefits we aforementioned, but it's also going to make your house that much more appealing to the buyer. So all things else equal, they're going to purchase your property first. You just heard Ray say how they're going to adjust the value as well positively. So you're going to get more value for having that system installed and having the foresight, frankly, to have that installed. And, everything we mentioned has been mostly economical in numbers, but what about the fact that you're doing something kind to the planet? We always talk about a random act of kindness on the Quarterback Show, but you're doing something kind for Mother Nature there as well, and you're setting a good example for those future generations coming behind us, as well as a way that you are, being a leader in that space and saying, hey, I want to get natural energy coming directly from the sun, the power of the sun. You see how big it is and how much energy it's putting out. That photovoltaic has come a long way over the years, and now we're harnessing that at record efficiency. So 3D Solar, longtime friends of the program. More from Travis McIntire coming up. And next, we've got Rick Nickerson as well, Bottomzupp, local success story company here based in Tampa Bay. We're going to talk with Rick coming up next, and also more from Ray Hall in our lightning round. And we have our feel-good story of the day coming at you. Elon Musk buys 1,255 ventilators from China, donates them to Los Angeles. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We'll be right back.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
This is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with D'Angelo Star.
The 62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember now. Ask to me about
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that card up. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and made
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections for
Backles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
as your your super connector. We want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back to life. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. I'm your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Certified negotiation expert and branding instructor as well. We teach classes at both real estate boards here in Tampa Bay, GTAR and Pro. My wife is also a realtor on the team. We got 15 agents on the team, and she is also a feng shui interior design expert. So we got a great team, awesome dynamics, and we want to help you buying, selling, or investing here in Tampa Bay. Of course, we make cash offers as well through Keller Offers. We're part of the Keller Williams network nationwide as well. So if you need any referrals out of state, worldwide, we can put you in contact with a great vetted real estate attorney, or real estate agent rather, in other markets. So we'd love to help you with that. So we're back here in studio. We got a great lineup for you today here. Ray Hall is on the show via Zoom. We've got Rick Nickerson in studio coming up next, and also Travis McIntire from 3D Solar. We just heard from Travis, more from Travis coming up in our lightning round as well. And this segment is brought to you by Infinity Medical Institute. 10 years in business, they do pellet hormone replacement therapy is an option for a lot of their clients. Also successfully treating over 40,000 patients. They are the leading experts in bio-natural hormone replacement therapy in Greater Tampa Bay. Online at infinitymedicalinstitute.com. Over 10 years in business. They offer low T therapy, weight loss plans, cosmetic services such as Botox, improved sexual wellness, increased energy, all from Infinity Medical Institute. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. All right, got a couple of hot properties here in Tampa Bay. We've got 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. This is an opportunity for a business owner to stop leasing, stop renting your own business space, and make a business decision to own your own business and build up equity. 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. It's a freestanding office building with signage on Hillsborough Avenue, completely renovated just a few years ago. Easy access to all parts of Tampa Bay, and a great opportunity. Beautiful conference room, security systems, fenced in completely, and new blacktop parking lot as well. Great opportunity to own real estate rather than leasing for your business at 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. And we've got some vacant land available here as well in Tampa Bay. We've got 5402, actually let's go to 4207 Cox Drive. This is a half-acre lot, 4207 Cox Drive in Bell Lake Peninsula. Build your dream home on this lot. Attention builders and developers as well. You get great opportunity to build a custom home, spec home right there on Bell Lake, a 90-acre ski lake loaded with bass and all types of fish here in Tampa Bay. Also, check out 4214 Peaceful Lane. Right across the same lake right there, about a half mile away, is 4214 Peaceful Lane. This is 8 lots, 5 of which are right on the waterfront here in Tampa Bay. So a developer's opportunity, right around $1 million price tag on this property. So check out all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. That's platinummvpteam.kw.com. kw.com. All right, in studio here, we got Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp, another local success story, local business owner here in Tampa Bay, making things happen in Tampa Bay. Bottomzupp.
Well, it's great to be here. These are some difficult times. These are some difficult, unique. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the word unique times.
Right.
As unique as the fact that I've seen my 17-year-old son more in the last couple of weeks than I have since he got his car. So it's nice to see my family close by. We're hunkering down. We're adhering to the local measures. Guys, be careful out there. Be safe. I think we're changing the perspective a lot. When you're forced into habitual things like washing your hands and sanitizing everything before and after, it can't be such a bad thing going forward. But what is it doing for business here in the local community? And I have to say, we've been hurt by it a little bit, Brandon.
Yep, I agree. You're seeing it happen. It's rippling effect. It's happening throughout lots of different industries. I had a friend call me that's in the wholesale side of lending, and his company laid off a couple hundred people. And the difference is with his company, though, is he's on the subprime kind of where it's a bank statement loan. But then what happens is, and people don't realize the ripple effect, Rick, is that these mortgage-backed securities are then packaged up and sold on the secondary market, a lot of times at 104% of the actual, 100 being par, they're sold at 104, but now those same loans are selling in the 80s. So now just think about the hit that those companies are taking and the ripple effect.
Yeah.
So, all types of companies are getting hit.
My wife's company, she works for First American Title, and she's been there 30 years, and she runs the East Coast. Well, she's got a processing center in the Philippines.
Wow.
She's got, and they work in cubicles right on top of one another that, they've shut down the entire facility.
Wow.
Therefore, that work has to go to someplace else. And they've because they're an international company, they're able to, use other options. But people are losing their jobs left and right. I've had 12 cancellations. 6 last week, 6 this week. Now, when I say cancellations, that's a postponement. They still want to do business, but it just makes sense in my business demographic, which again is bottoms-up floor removal. We remove floors. We're the first line of defense in your flooring installation process. You've got a family at home and they're living there. If the coronavirus is not out there and you're scared to death like most people are, and you're hunkering down and you're keeping your social distancing, the last thing that you want to do is have a stranger come into your home and remove your floors and all the chaos and things like that and be disrupted while you're living there. So I lost those jobs. Now, the good news is bottoms-up floor removal is diverse enough to where we have things that we do, demolition projects and stuff. You need that bathroom done. We're doing remodels right now. So
nice.
I'm going out to those people that are still in the industry and haven't been affected. People like yourselves, Brandon, that are out there selling homes, remodeling projects.
Yep.
That's what's really been our bread and butter, and that's what's kept us going. And, from my family to yours, I've got there's 65 people in our family here at Bottomzupp that we want to keep moving and want to keep them, their families gainfully employed, and we want to pay their bills. So we're gonna keep the train rolling the best we can in the safest environment possible. We're using new things that we've implemented to do a better job in our homes. We're coming in the same as the restaurant industry uses for sanitary compliance with the government. We use the same thing now. We've got spray bottles on our trucks. We have masks. We have gloves. We have eye protection. All of my employees have been checked out. Have not flown internationally in the last 2 weeks. Have not checked in with a fever. All those things. We're doing what we can to provide a safe environment to our customers, but we are a little slow right now.
Yeah, it would be a good time as well. I think about it. By the way, if you just joined us, we're talking with Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp, here in studio, and it would be a good time for business owners. Let's say if the business is shut down and you've been thinking about doing a flooring change, a flooring removal job, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and you hit it right on the head, and thank you, and I appreciate that. And that's what's keeping us going. We want to keep our guys going, and we're going to keep our social distance. Just like we were talking to Travis here, we're going to come to your house. You were talking about a little bit, Ray, earlier as well. We're going to keep our social distance and so forth. We can talk by phone or whatever. You can meet us at the home. There's no reason to be afraid. What you can do is during this downtime, get that project done.
Yeah.
Let us come in and take care of that project. Like to keep people working best we can, barring a situation like New York. I am not in any way unsympathetic towards those people. The news that I've heard about what's going on in Italy right now, which is ground zero for what's happening, is devastating. And we don't want that to happen in our country. And we're smarter than that. And we're ahead of the curve. But I think non-compliance is the issue, and you want to be compliant in all aspects. Woke up this morning, my glass was half full, not half empty. So we want to try and keep this train rolling as fast as we can, with as much caution as we can to protect not only our customers but our family as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're really hoping and praying on, is that it's just a 4, 5, 6 week thing, not a 4, 5, 6 month thing. And I really think that when we come back, like we were talking with Diane Vance yesterday on the show, and she was on the call with a national mortgage coach and folks that are kind of in tune with the national scene. But there's a lot of pent up demand. So I think when we do come back, this economy is going to be booming.
I think you hit it right on the head. And like I said, those customers that those jobs canceled, they want to get that project going, and let's face it, it's right around the corner. It's tax return time. That's when people spend money. They plan on it year round.
That's right.
It's usually our peak season. But during this time, we're going to hunker down and do what we can. We're going to do those commercial jobs, those rehab jobs, those remodels, so on and so forth. And then we're going to project that there's probably going to be more work than we know what to do with when this is all over. And I'm hoping that this does come to a quick resolve. And you had mentioned earlier that, hey, we might have a cure, but here shortly. So let's remain optimistic. And what goes down must come back up. And it's a great time for, if you're going to look to remodel a house, protect your family, get it done right now. We're here for you still. But I do want to mention the fact that, a lot of times, people are a little apprehensive in your line of work. And Ray, you might be able to, I know that you're in your peak season right now and you're doing better than you ever have. But you talk about people being laid off. 3.3 million, I saw an interesting number of people filed for unemployment, Ray, just recently. That includes people in the inspection industry. That includes people that have to actually do process the paperwork, that are in your offices, people that are going out and performing the work on a regular basis that are at home and off work right now. They're out of work right now.
That's right. Yeah, it's affecting a lot of Americans. And a big shout out to our veterans, our first responders, our teachers, our doctors and nurses, lots of folks that are involved. I mean, and if there's anybody left off that list, it's not intentional. It's just for timing here on the show. So we want to, make special offers to any of those folks out there. If you need any help in the real estate services, I know a lot of our partners will extend discounts to them as well. First responders, veterans, military, teachers, nurses, doctors, for going above and beyond. So stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, we're going to have our lightning round. We're going to offer top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom from Ray Hall, Rick Nickerson, Travis McIntire here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, as well as Elon Musk buys 1,255 ventilators from China and delivers them and donates them to Los Angeles. So stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter, Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook, and we'll be right back after the short timeout.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with D'Angelo Star.
62 who knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance Joe's Bar and Grill, but actually it's our 39th week. 62 who knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember again.
Ask Anthony about Florida law.
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and made
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for help.
Backles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left hand white, and then they catch the left hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to.
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, you know, we're one of the only states that don't give them back the right. Got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that image because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, you know, with Women Unscripted, I know.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And we want to help you win in any marketplace. 80-plus show partners, CPAs, financial advisors, all types of home services, of course, appraisal, credit, real estate, mortgage, solar. Lots of ways we can help you. Self-defense here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Check out our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. Also, save our hotline number. We'd love to hear from you. 813-670-7372. consumerqb.com. 813-670-7372. And giving a shout out to the Bilmar Beach Resort over on Treasure Island. They're still open and they are doing extra cleaning as well. If you still want to get away for a vacation, staycation here, say hello to our friends at Bilmar Beach Resort, Gulf Boulevard, Treasure Island, Florida. 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's Beach Bar and Restaurant, beautiful beaches and nightly entertainment. Check out the Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you and take them up on those special offers and incentives just by being a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show, being a friend of the show. We've got a couple of properties available on Harbor Drive in Clearwater. These are some vacant land, lots available right here in Harbor Drive in Clearwater. And you've got direct bay access out into the intercoastal waterways in Tampa Bay from Harbor Drive and Clearwater. Beautiful properties right here in Tampa Bay. Direct access out into the bay. Check out all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. That's platinummvpteam.kw.com. And every day we're going to tell you something good in our feel-good story of the day. Okay, we got Elon Musk, who was originally outspoken and skeptic of the severity of the coronavirus outbreak, has donated more than 1,000 ventilators to officials in Los Angeles to meet the demand. The Tesla CEO said he helped acquire 1,255 of the machines from China last week and arranged them to be shipped to Los Angeles. Elon Musk about this. I told you a few days ago is likely to have 1,000 ventilators this week. He said to the governor, Gavin Newsom, told reporters. They arrived in L.A., and Elon is already working with the hospital associations to recover those ventilators out of real time. It's a heroic effort. Governor Newsom also stated that 6 California companies have offered their facilities to manufacture gowns and converting the other 25 providers into what they want, 3D printing masks for healthcare workers. All right, there's your feel-good story of the day. We're back here in studio. We got Ray Hall Appraisals via Zoom. We got Rick Nickerson in studio and Travis McIntire from 3D Solar. So let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round. Let's start virtually here with Ray Hall zooming in. Top tips, nuggets of advice from Mr. Ray Hall Appraisals.
Top 10 or top advice right now is if you're looking to sell that house, I would get a professional and do it now and price it fair. And, if you're not sure about that value, call an appraiser to come out and help you out with that, because you don't want your house to stay on the market any longer than it has to in a market like this, especially with the uncertainty that we're looking at.
That's right. Yeah, and buyers are still out there buying. There's some pent-up demand. Buyers still want to buy, sellers that are wanting to sell. So there's still a certain amount of transactions that are going to take place. So reach out to Ray Hall Appraisals, and he can help you zero in on that value of your property. All right, Travis McIntire, 3D Solar. Give us some top tips, words of wisdom.
Top tips. If you went to Publix, you've got $500 worth of premium meat in your freezer, and the power goes out. What are you going to do? Besides have the best barbecue the neighborhood's ever seen. We have new technology. It's the Enphase Ensemble. It's a battery backup for the home, possible whole home if you so choose. It will island the home from the grid and give people exactly what they've been looking for all these years. Give me a call, 727-408-2063. I'll go over it with you on the phone. Don't have to come to your home. And I can't wait to tell people about this exciting new battery opportunity that has come out. Brand new technology.
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. That's a really cool technology to hold that energy, in the system there. All right, so we got Rick Nickerson in studio here, Bottomzupp.
www.bottomzupp.com. We're here for you. Listen, I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to tell you that having your floor removed right now is the most important thing in your life, because it's not. Your family is. Be there for your friends. Be there for your family. Be there for your neighbor. But if you are remodeling a home and you are in the Tampa Bay area and we fit your demographic, we're here for you. We're still working. We're keeping our family gainfully employed as long as we can under safe conditions. We're here for you. www.bottomzupp.com. We're a floor removal. We're licensed and insured here in the Tampa Bay community, and we're here for you if you've got a project. Let's get it done today.
Yeah, I like that. And I would say for our lightning round tip would just try to support local companies. So support local companies that are open, that you can work with and buy from. A lot of companies are doing drive-through services. A lot of companies are, especially restaurants, are offering great takeout right now. Donate some time, donate some blood, blood banks are open right now. I know that's a shortage of blood. The chapel, one of the churches here in the area, they're offering drive-through donations. So you could donate, canned foods or different types of non-perishable type food at the chapel there. And I know there's other churches following suit. So now more than ever, we've got to pull together as a family and kind of support one another and support local businesses. More importantly than ever is also a great opportunity to support the local economy because we're going to bounce back. We're going to help each other bounce back. And that would be my lightning round tip for today. Also, let's go back to Ray Hall Appraisals. Parting words of wisdom. Final thoughts, sir.
Parting words is just, in this market, price fairly, find a great realtor that knows what they're doing. Always go with experienced people. Build a team when you're looking to get in that real estate investment. And, now's not the time to go on emotion either. Stay logical, stay educated, and make an informed decision when you're making that real estate purchase. I don't think you should shy away from doing it. It's a great time. If you're looking to do that solar, with the interest rates where they're at, it's a great time to be doing that. So just, stay safe, stay informed. And if you're unsure of that value, call me at 813-452-5369.
online at rayhallappraisals.com as well. All right, back in studio. Let's go to Rick Nickerson, Bottomzupp.
Yeah, I wanted to echo what you were saying, Ray, and also Travis. Excellent times to get those projects done. What a great time, to do something that you're at home, you've got free time. A lot of companies are going virtual right now.
Yeah.
You can see, so you can still get things done. You can still do your research. You can still call Ray. You can still call Travis. Get that estimate. Get it done right now when you can. Same with that remodel. When you're doing that remodel, now's a good time to get out there. People are still working. Now, stay conscious, stay aware, stay, if you're going to do something that's going to put you in a place where you're going to jeopardize someone else's life, don't do that. Be respectful. I always think about the community right now in a time like this, and those small businesses, people like ourselves that are out there that live and work in the community, that are trying to stay ahead. We're hoping for the best, understanding that the worst is still possibly yet to come, but be there for your friends and family at a time like this. And I like to think that over the years, what we've provided at Bottomzupp was a service to the community, that we've always been there for our community. And now's the time to back one another in this, what we're doing. I went to a sandwich shop yesterday. I'm not, going to plug this, but hey, it was good to see the owner, and the owner was out there with gloves on and a mask and had her hair net up, and she was serving sandwiches, and she wiped down my credit card, and and it was nice. It was great. And we drove by, and I threw an extra 20 in there just because I know what they're going through right now. Yep. A lot of people are going through this together, but in this community, the consumer quarterback community, you say 80 contributors, we're all in this together. Yep. And I just appreciate the platform that you've given us, so that people know that, hey, we're out there, we are still working, and we're still here for you. And let's be safe, and let's go through this all together at the same time.
Yeah, my pleasure. Absolutely. I love it. And those are great sentiments to have it. And for us here in Tampa Bay, in the Gulf Coast region, there's a lot of things that we can do to be proactive. Think about it from a business perspective is, take some of those tasks, some of those things that you wouldn't normally do day to day, and maybe redesign your logo, redesign a business plan, right? There's a lot of things you can do to take kind of instead of being a reactionary mode like we are normally in business, but this would be a good time to get better in your business and improve your business, and look at ways that you can do things from a design perspective, or who knows where that might take you. But it's a reflective time as well. Let's reflect back. Let's be grateful that we do have businesses still. And I wanted to talk to Travis again about the ensemble battery backup, because I think that's just a game changer for you guys, because you're able to harness that energy and keep it in a battery that's assembled in the garage or on the side of the garage. Where would that be?
Usually it's out by the meter or in the garage, depends on the location of the panel, but game changer. And it's exciting to talk about, and that's what I love about solar. Every day is something new. And when you work with a company like 3D Solar and David Ringo and have the ethics, honesty, and integrity it takes to survive, I love it. And I just want to tell people out there, stay positive and be focused out there. This is temporary. This is going to end. Life will go on. And we've got to get through this. One way to do it is through positive thinking, through working together. If your neighbor's lawn needs to be mowed and she's 75, go mow her yard. And we don't have to shake her hand, but do something kind. And kindness and positive thinking, we'll push ourselves through this. And if you want to talk about batteries, 727-408-2063, I'd love to give you a free estimate, give you information you're looking for to help save your refrigerator. And when it's August, and if we have a hurricane come through and you still have AC, you're going to be gosh darn glad you made that phone call.
Yeah, absolutely. The energy sector is a challenging sector in terms of, as you mentioned before, it's always going to increase. They're always going to cost you more. The rate of the inflation could, drastically increase. It could go up more than 4%, as you talked about earlier. It could be, much higher than that. But hey, another great show. I want to thank Ray Hall Appraisals. He offers the $150 owner's use appraisal. If you'd like to take him up on that, rayhallappraisals.com. Check him out online. Rick Nickerson as well, Bottomzupp. in studio here. Thanks so much for the great content today. Travis McIntire, 3D Solar. Shout out to David Ringo and the whole team as well. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Lots of ways that you can be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another. And now more than ever, let's pull together. Let's make it happen. So please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.